What does it take for a car to qualify for the Velocity Invitational? Rules are pretty simple, right?
They are very simple. But I think we are now the only race in the world that has these simple rules, which is the car has to be original. It has to have raced in period, and it cannot have been modified out of that particular era. So it's very, very straightforward. But what we see is every race they make an exception. Somebody's friend has a car that they created or what have you. And we've just been very disciplined about it and said if the car is not 100% original, now it doesn't mean it hasn't been in a wreck somewhere and rebuilt or what have you, but the car has to have provenance. It doesn't have to have won Le Mans because we're not trying to be too exclusive, but it does have to have real race history in period. And of course, the more important the race, the better.
There's been a lot of talk about auto shows changing, maybe even dying to some extent. And we've had some folks here on the program who've been part of the teams that have assembled really large auto shows through the years. We're back from the Detroit Auto Show. But auto shows are changing in a way that, or have had to change in a way to adapt to the consumer interests. And there's been a lot of talk of having more events like this, the touch and the feel and the experiential. I would guess that you're at the forefront of some of that. In other parts around the world, places like South Africa, there's been the Festival of Motoring that's been put on. And of course, we know all about Monterey Car Week. Is this the future of car shows? Is this where, even just to keep the cultural aspect of the vehicle intact, things like this have to happen?
Yeah, Jason, look, I think that is exactly right. You think about it, and when I talk to OEMs, the language we talk in is how do we get people in seats? How do we get them to actually see the car, see it moving, hear it, or drive it? At our event last year, you could come. I think we had 8 Porsche Taycans there, and you could actually, all you had to do was walk up, sign up. I guess you probably had to give them your driver's license and an insurance card, and you could take a Porsche Taycan out on the roads of Monterey. So we do think that's the future. We think car companies will want more and more people in the cars to see them move, hear them, and actually, be able to participate, in some sort of action, excuse me, event with them. So yeah, I think, we haven't gotten very far with the OEMs yet because they've been under a lot of stress, particularly through COVID. But we have all the great supercars. I mean, so we've got, McLaren and Lamborghini and Zinger and Hennessy and a lot of great cars. But what I'd like to see is more of the OEMs participate with us. And it will come. It just takes time to get them totally involved.